In this lesson, we're going to solve complicated linear equations. To solve complicated linear equations with one variable, we're going to have to learn two techniques here. Number one is if we have fractional coefficient, then we're going to have to multiply both sides of the equation by least common multiple, LCM. Number two, if we have decimals in our equation, then we're going to have to multiply both sides of the equation by a power of 10. Okay? Let's go over this concept check problem. We have 1/2 x minus 2 is equal to 2 over 3x plus 1 over 4. So, we have denominator 2, denominator 3, denominator 4, right? So what we have to do is we have to find least common multiple, LCM, of these denominators, 2, 3, 4, right? So 2 is just 2, 3 is just 3, but 4 is not a prime number. 4 is 2 times 2, right? So let me write, this is 2 times 2. So our least common multiple is, well, we must have at least 2 of 2's and 1 3, right? So 2 of 2's and 1 3. So that's going to be 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 3, that's 12. So we're going to multiply each side of the equation by 12. So all of this times 12, all of this expression times 12, right? So we have this equation right here, and we're gonna simplify each side. Apply the distributive property. 12 times 1 over 2x. 2 times 1, 2 times 6, so that's 6 times x, 6x. And 12 times minus 2, that's minus 24, right? So that is equal to, here, 2 over 3x times 12. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. So 2x times 4, that's going to be 8x. And 1 over 4 times 12, that's 4 times 1, 4 times 3, right? So 1 times 3, that's just plus 3. So far, so good. Now, we're going to eliminate 8x by subtracting 8x each side, right? So that's going to be 6 minus 8, that's minus 2x, minus 24 is equal to 8x minus 8x, that's 0. So plus 3, that's 3. Now add 24 each side, plus 24 plus 24. So minus 2x is equal to 27, right? So we have minus 2x is equal to 27. The last step is what? Divide each side by negative 2. So we have x is equal to negative, well, 27 is not divisible by 2, right? So we can just leave the answer as negative 27 over 2. Okay, another concept check problem. This time we have decimals, 0.6x and 0.4, right? The first thing we have to do is we have to multiply both sides of the equation by a power of 10. In this case, 10 to the power of 1, right? So we're just going to multiply by 10. 10, right? 10 times 0.6x, that's going to be 6x. 6x plus 10 times 1, 10 times 1, that's 10, right? Here on the right hand side, here 3 expressions are multiplied together. We have 0.4 times 2x minus 3 times 10, right? Let's say we have 2 times 3 times 4. How would you simplify this? Multiply this number by this first, or this number by this first, and multiply by 3 later, right? So if I multiply 2 by 4 first, then that's going to be 8 times 3, which is 24, right? So 3 expressions are multiplied. Then what we can do is we can multiply these two first and multiply this expression later, right? So 10 times 0.4, that's a 4, right? So 4 multiplied by 2x minus 3. Does that make sense? Okay, we have 6x plus 10 is equal to 4 times 2x, that's 8x. 4 times minus 3, that's minus 12. So next step, I'm going to eliminate 8x minus 8x minus 8x. So 6x minus 8x, that's minus 2x plus 10 is equal to 8x minus 8x, that's a 0. So what we have here is minus 12. Now subtract 10 each side. So that's going to be minus 2x is equal to minus 22, right? So we have a minus 2x is equal to minus 22. Now divide each side by negative 2. That gives us x is equal to, well, negative divided by negative, positive 2 times 1, 2 times 11 is 22. So 11 over 1, that's just 11, right? Now let's try example 1. The question is to solve the equation. For number 1, we have a 1 over 3x plus 5 is equal to 11 over 6x minus 4. Fractional coefficient, right? The fractions here, right? So we're going to have to eliminate these denominators by multiplying least common multiple each side. So let's find the least common multiple of these two denominators. 3 is just a 3. 6 is 2 times 3, right? So our least common multiple is, we must have at least 1, 2, and 1, 3, which is 6, right? So we're going to multiply each side by 6. 6. Okay? So 1 over 3x times 6, 3 times 1, 3 times 2, right? So that's x times 2, 2x, right? Plus 5 times 6, that's 30, is equal to, here, 6 times 1, 6 times 1. So 11x times 1, that's just 11x, right? And 4 times minus, minus 4 times 6, that's minus 24, right? So let's eliminate 11x on the right hand side. So minus 11x, minus 11x. So 2 minus 11, that's minus 9x, plus 30 is equal to minus 24. Subtract 30 each side. So we have minus 9x is equal to minus 24 minus 30, that's minus 54. So minus 9x is equal to minus 54. Last step, divide each side by negative 9, right? So x is equal to, 6 times 9 is 54. So that's going to be 6. Number 2, let's find the least common multiple of these three denominators. Okay, we have 2, 3, 4. 4 is 2 times 2, right? So our least common multiple is, we must have at least 2 of 2's and 1 3. So 2 times 2 times 3, that's 12. So we're gonna multiply all of this expression, all of the expression on the left hand side by 12, all of the expression on the right hand side by 12, right? So here we have 2 times 1. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to multiply this term by 12. Okay, so 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 6 is 12. So that's going to be 6 times parentheses. Don't forget, we have to write this parentheses. Okay, 6 times x plus 1 minus, here, 3 times 1. 3 times 4 is 12, right? So 4 times parentheses 2x plus 5 is equal to, and here we have 4 times 1, 4 times 3. So that's going to be 3 times parentheses 3x minus 1. Okay, so 6x, 6 times 1 plus 6, minus 4 times 2x minus 8x, minus 4 times 5 minus 20 is equal to 3 times 3x, 9x, 3 times minus 1 minus 3. We have like terms on the left hand side, 2 x terms, 2 constants. So x terms, 6 minus 8, that's minus 2x. Constant, 6 minus 20, that's minus 14, is equal to 9x minus 3. So far so good. So let's eliminate 9x by subtracting 9x each side. So that's going to be, let's rewrite right over here. We have negative 11x minus 14 is equal to minus 3. Now add 14 to eliminate negative 14 on the left hand side. So we have negative 11x is equal to negative 3 plus 14, that's positive 11, right? So divide each side by negative 11 gives us x is equal to 11 divided by 11, that's 1, and we have a negative, right? So the answer has to be negative 1. Number 3, we have decimals, right? 0.1, 0.9, 0.3, 0.5, but they're all the decimal with the one place, right? So what we have to do is we have to multiply all of the expression on the left hand side by 10 to the power of 1, and right hand side by 10 to the power of 1, right? So that is equal to 0.1 times 10, that's just 1, so 1x. 0.9 times 10, that's 9. And let me erase this. And we have equal sign right here. 0.3 times 10, that's a 3x. 0.5 times 10, that's 5. So subtract 3x each side. So that's going to be minus 2x plus 9 is equal to 3x minus 3x, that's 0. So we have a 5. Now subtract 9, right? So we have a negative 2x is equal to negative 4. Next step, divided by negative 2, divide by negative 2. So x is negative divided by negative positive, 4 over 2, that's 2. Number 4, we have decimal 0.3, 0.2, 0.4. All of this number is decimal with 1 decimal places, right? So what we have to do is we're going to have to multiply each side by 10 to the power of 1, right? So times 10 here. So 10 times 0.3x, that's 3x. 10 times 0.2, that's 2. And we have 1 minus x is equal to 10 times 0.4, that's minus 4. Now let's eliminate this parenthesis. So we have 3x plus 2 times 1, that's 2. 2 times minus x, that's minus 2x, is equal to negative 4. We have like terms. So 3x minus 2x, 3 minus 2, that's 1x. So x plus 2 is equal to negative 4. Now, eliminate 2 on the left-hand side. Minus 2, minus 2. So x is equal to negative 4 minus 2, that's negative 6. In this video, we're going to solve complicated linear equations. For number 1, when you look at the question, some of the terms are in fraction form, right? So first thing we have to do is we have to remove all the numbers in denominator. What we can do is we can multiply both sides of the equation by the least common multiple. Okay, let's try that. So least common multiple is here. We have 8. That's 2 times 2 times 2. This one is just 2. We have another 8. 2 times 2 times 2, right? So least common multiple is equal to, we must have at least 3 2's, which is equal to 8, right? So I'm going to multiply all of this expression by 8 and all of this expression by 8. Okay, now on the left-hand side, we're going to apply the distributive property. 8 times x over 8, that's x, right? Plus 8 times 1 over 2, that's 4. It's equal to, here, 3 over 8x times 8. 8 times this is going to be 3x. 8 times negative 1, that's going to be minus 8. So we're going to eliminate 3x on the right-hand side, step by step. So that's going to be, that's going to be negative 2x plus 4. That is equal to negative 8. Now eliminate 4. Minus 4 minus 4. So left-hand side will be negative 2x. And this is going to be negative 12. Now we're going to divide by negative 2 each side. So the solution x is equal to 6. Number 2, let's find the least common multiple again. So least common multiple is, here we have 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3. So least common multiple is just the 1, 2, and 1, 3, which is equal to 6. So multiply by 6 here. Multiply all of this expression by 6. So let's simplify this. 6 times this expression right here, 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, right? So that's going to be 2 times 3x minus 4, right? And here, 6 times x over 2. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 3 is 6. So 3 times x, right? So plus 3x is equal to, here, 6 times x plus over 2. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 3 is 6. So that's going to be 3 times x plus 2 minus, 6 times 3. 3 times 1, 3 times 2. So 2 times 1, that's minus 2. Right? So let's eliminate parentheses on the left-hand side and right-hand side. 2 times 3x, 6x. 2 times minus 4, minus 8, plus 3x is equal to 3 times x, 3x. 3 times 2 plus 6 minus 2. Now we have to simplify the like terms. We have 2x terms on the left, 2 constants on the right. So 6x plus 3x, that's 9x. And we have minus 8, 3x plus 4. Now eliminate 3x. Minus 3x minus 3x. So that's going to be 6x minus 8. And right-hand side will be 4. Now add 8 each side to eliminate negative 8 on the left-hand side. So that is equal to 6x on the left-hand side. And we have 12 on the right-hand side. So let's move this expression right over here. We have 6x is equal to 12. Then finally divide by 6. Divide this by 6. So x is equal to 2. Number 3. When we have decimals, we can multiply both sides of the equation by a power of 10. In this case, we can just multiply by 10, right? Then we'll be able to remove decimals. So let's try that. I'm going to multiply by 10 here. Then I also have to multiply by 10 here. So 0.2 times 10, that's going to be 2, right? Oops, let me write with the black. 2, and we have 2x minus 7 is equal to, here 10 times 0.2, that's a 2. 10 times 0.4, that's 4, but it's minus 4x, right? So eliminate parentheses on the left-hand side. So 2 times 2x, 4x. 2 times minus 7, minus 14 is equal to 2 minus 4x. Now eliminate 4x, negative minus 4x on the right-hand side, plus 4x, plus 4x. So this is going to be 8x minus 14 is equal to 2, right? Now plus 14 plus 14 gives us, on the left-hand side, that's going to be 8x. Right-hand side, that's 16, right? Now finally, divided by 8 gives us x is equal to 2. Number 4. Again, we have decimals, right? So we have to multiply both sides of the equation by a power of 10. So let's multiply by 10 on the left-hand side. Multiply all of this expression by 10. So 10 times 0.4, that's going to be 4. And we have 3 minus x here. Plus 10 times 0.5x, that's going to be 5x, is equal to 10 times 0.9x, that's 9x, 10 times minus 2, that's minus 20. So let's simplify this. 12, right, minus 4x plus 5x is equal to 9x minus 20. And we have like terms on the left hand side. Let's simplify this. Negative 4x plus 5x, that's x, positive 1x, right? So we have 12 plus x is equal to 9x minus 20. So eliminate 9x by subtracting 9x each side. Okay, so we have 12 minus 8x is equal to minus 20. Now eliminate 12 on the left hand side. So subtract 12, then we will have negative 8x is equal to, that's negative 32. Okay, move this expression right here. And we have to eliminate the coefficient negative 8, right? So divide this by negative 8, divide this by negative 8. So finally, the answer for this equation, x is equal to 4.